everyone, welcome to Movie Scene. A little later in the show we have family passes to give away for Bushwhacked and of course 3 more videos in our Video Easy competition. And apparently a little confusion last week regarding this competition. Don't send your entries yet because we haven't finished with all of the clues. There will be 9 videos that you have to number and name, and then you can send in your completed entry. And don't send your completed entries in here to Channel 7 after the 17th because we won't be here. And that's why it's imperative that you watch next week's show for the final 3 video names and numbers. So then you'll have also the correct address then. However, I'll recap on last week's titles and numbers when we get to that segment later in the show. But first, let's look at Toy Story from Walt Disney Pictures. It's the first full-length animated feature using computer graphics, created entirely by artists using computer tools and technology. And the voices of some of the cast are supplied by Tom Hanks and Tim Allen, and it took 4 years to complete.
Can you see it?
What the heck is up there?
Woody, who's up there with you?
Woody, what are you doing under the bed?
Nothing. I'm sure Andy was just a little excited, that's all. Too much cake and ice cream, I suppose. It's just a mistake.
Well, that mistake is sitting in your spot, Woody. Have you been replaced?
Hey, what did I tell you earlier? No one is getting replaced. Now, let's all be polite and give whatever it is up there a nice, big Andy's room welcome. This is my spot, see? The bed here.
Local law enforcement. It's about time you got here. I'm Buzz Lightyear, Space Ranger, Universe Protection Unit. My ship has crash-landed here by mistake.
Yes, it is a mistake, because you see, the bed here is my spot.
I need to repair my turbo boosters. Do people still use fossil fuels, or have you discovered crystallic fusion?
Well, let's see. We got double A's.
Watch yourself. Halt, who goes there?
Don't shoot! It's okay. Friends.
Do you know these life forms?
Yes. They're Andy's toys.
All right, everyone, you're clear to come up. I am Buzz Lightyear. I come in peace.
Oh, I'm so glad you're not a dinosaur.
Bye-bye. Thank you. Now, thank you all for your kind welcome.
Say, what's that button do?
I'll show you.
Buzz Lightyear to the rescue!
Oh. Hey, Woody's got something like that. His is a pull strike,
Only it sounds like a car ran over it.
Oh, yeah, but not like this one. This is a quality sound system. Probably all copper wiring, huh? So, where are you from? Singapore? Hong Kong?
Well, no. Actually, I'm stationed up in the Gamma Quadrant of Sector 4 as a member of the elite Universe Protection Unit of the Space Ranger Corps. I protect the galaxy from the threat of invasion from the evil Emperor Zurg, sworn enemy of the Galactic Alliance.
Oh, really? I'm from Play School, and I'm from Mattel.
And here's a lovely movie from the author of The Secret Garden, A Little Princess, starring Liesl Matthews in the title role. And your patronage will help the Salvos this Christmas. Every box office dollar received from the first screenings on Saturday the 23rd and Sunday the 24th of December will be donated to the Salvation Army. So please go along to those sessions and help the Salvos at the same time. Here's A Little Princess.
A little girl with a big imagination lived in the faraway forests of India, in a world filled with magic and her father's boundless love.
You can be anything you want to be, my love, as long as you believe.
What do you believe?
That you are and always will be my little princess.
When he was sent away,
Goodbye, princess.
Girls, say hello to our new arrival, Miss Sarah Crew.
Hello, Sarah.
her belief in magic came to life.
Come on, Becky. Just make believe it. Remember the magic?
She would make some very special friends.
Can you really talk to him, Sarah? Say hello to all my friends. There were days I thought I would die until I heard you talk about the magic.
And one very powerful enemy.
I'm afraid jewelry and such finery are not allowed.
Dear Papa, I love you with all of my heart and can't wait for the day when you come back to me.
Everything you own now belongs to me. You're not a princess any longer.
From the author of The Secret Garden comes the classic that has thrilled generations, A Little Princess. It is the adventure of a young girl whose courage is as big as her heart.
I'll come back for you. I promise.
A magical motion picture for anyone who has ever made a wish or had a dream. A little princess. No miracle is ever too small.
And speaking of charity screenings, Channel 7's Christmas Appeal, in conjunction with the SA Sports Girl Quest and the Queen Elizabeth Hospital Research Foundation, have secured the opening night of Babe. It's the hottest Aussie movie in years, and that's on Thursday the 14th of December. Tickets are $10 each, and they can be collected from the front desk of Channel 7 during office hours. And here's what to expect.
What? You look like an intelligent, sophisticated, discerning young fella. Who, me? Yeah, follow me. Oh, boy, are you in for some fun? What are we doing? Where are we going? You see it? Yes. Good. So I go through the kitchen, across the living room. Good. Into the bedroom. Yeah. Get the mechanical rooster. Yep. And bring it out to you.
What about the cat?
And quietly bring it out here. Shh.
From the man who broke...
Welcome back. Now on to our Video Easy competition. You could win a trip for two to the Gold Coast with 5 nights accommodation at SeaWorld Nara Resort, plus passes to Movie World, SeaWorld and Wet n Wild theme parks. We've got a total of 9 videos to give away. We had 3 last week, we'll have 3 tonight and the final 3 next Sunday. And what you have to do is list all 9 videos in numerical order and with the corresponding title. Last week's numbers and titles were number 1, Miracle on 34th Street, 2, Malicious, and 3, Forget Paris. Write them down. We won't be repeating those or this week's numbers and titles again. Now, don't send an entry yet because you've got this week's titles and numbers to get, plus the final 3 on next week's show. Hope it makes it clear enough for you. OK, here are this week's titles, starting with number 4, Troublemakers, starring Bud Spencer and Terence Hill.
I'm calling the shots here.
Ma'd be proud of your kids. 10 grandchildren.
10, not 8. 10, 11.
12 hungry kids?
12 hungry kids.
Uncle Travis is the fastest. But you're the strongest, Pa.
What a beautiful day.
How can you leave a man to die in the desert? Sarge, you're my brother.
Don't remind me. Just a reminder.
Just a reminder.
They haven't changed, have they? We've got 5 copies to give away and a chance for one. Address an envelope to Troublemakers, Movie Scene, Post Office Box 7, Walkerville 5081, with your name and address on the back. Next up, number 5, Nell, starring Jodie Foster and Liam Neeson.
Didn't know there were folks living this far out.
Well, there aren't, officially.
She lives here all alone, huh?
Well, that's what hermits do, love. They live alone, they die alone.
Is this for real? No electricity, no phone, no running water.
The Lord led you here, stranger. Guard my Nell. Nell.
Stay back! What the hell is it, Jerry? Put the gun away. Jerry, I can't let you go back in there. We don't even know what that thing is.
It's a human being, and she's frightened. Don't be afraid.
We haven't had a true wild child in this country for 60 years.
She's not a wild child.
This woman speaks an unknown language?
It's like there's no one else in the world.
Can she survive on her own?
I don't know.
Well, all right, suppose she cannot. Who's going to look after her?
If she's ever going to leave that cabin, she's going to need skills she doesn't presently
How do you know
possess.
she wants to leave? Did you ask her?
There isn't anybody who speaks her language.
Then I guess somebody's going to have to learn.
Got 5 of this to give away as well, so address this envelope to Nell, movie scene, SAS 7, Post Office Box 7, Walkerville 5081, with your name and address on the back. And the last number and title today is number 6, Braveheart, starring Mel Gibson.
Fighting these odds, it looks like rage. It's well beyond rage.
In all the world, no devotion was as fierce.
Rallies volunteers in every Scottish town. We've come to fight and to die for you.
No passion was as great.
We cannot defeat this army. We can't, and we will.
And no heart was as brave.
This one will fight forever.
They may take our lives, but they'll never take our freedom.
Mel Gibson, Braveheart.
And to win a copy of Braveheart, address an envelope to Braveheart, movie scene, SAS 7, Post Office Box 7, Walkerville 5081, with your name and address on the back. And that's this week's 3 titles. Keep them handy until we complete the list next week. Then we'll tell you where to send your entries. OK, we've got some family passes to see a cute movie called Bushwhacked, starring Daniel Stern. It's a Channel 7 network preview at Hoyts on Sunday, December the 17th at 12:30 p.m. And to win a pass for 4, address an envelope to Bushwhacked, movie scene, SAS 7, Post Office Box 7, Walkerville 5081, with your name and address on the back.
Delivery man Max Grabelski thought he was the tightest ship in the shipping business until he got the right package to the right place at exactly the wrong time.
FBI! You're under arrest!
Now, to prove his innocence,
It was set up.
he's got to go where no delivery man has gone before.
You see, this man...
Excuse me, I'm looking for a place called Devil's Peak.
And he's gonna need a little help from a real bunch of troopers.
Scout Leader Erickson will answer the rest of your questions right around the campfire.
Scout leader.
1, 2...
We got a fugitive on the loose.
You want us to hike to Devil's Peak?
How tough could it be? It's this far. He's on. They're eating me alive.
Try my bug repellent.
He is dangerous. And he's got himself some hostages.
You haven't had one of those seizures for about 20 minutes. That's a good sign. His name's not Spider. It's Mad Max Grabelski.
A psycho killer. I didn't kill him. I'm innocent.
Max was telling the truth.
He may not be the scout leader they expected.
And they fell in love.
But together, they'll do whatever it takes.
It's Winnie the Pooh.
That's not the one I saw!
No matter where it takes them.
You've got to stop goofing around like this.
20th Century Fox presents
Running badge time.
the story of 6 bold explorers.
I'm just a little bit of a coward.
Say, I am Milton Fishman, super stunt.
I'm Milton Fishman Superstar!
And one dedicated leader.
I really did it!
I'm proud of you. Now get the hell out of here.
In the greatest adventure of their lives.
Come on, Mad Max. Let's go.
Fire!
That's the way to go, kid. Keep them coming.
Oh no. I gotta rescue him.
Daniel Stern. Bushwhacked.
Come on, guys, keep climbing. We're almost there.
Move fingers. Guys. Guys. Oh, very funny.
For a limited season at McDonald's, you can collect 4 of Disney's greatest characters, together with 4 cassettes of Disney's greatest hits. Each doll plus cassette is $7.95. Catch Mickey's Merry Band at McDonald's now.
Welcome back to Movie Scene. The American president stars Michael Douglas as the widowed leader of the free world and Annette Bening as the lady he falls in love with. It's produced by Rob Reiner, so you know that it has comedic undertones, and it also stars Michael J. Fox, Martin Sheen and Richard Dreyfuss.
The movie takes place in the 3rd year of his presidency, where he's running along at an unbelievable 62% approval rating, and finally meets a woman since his wife has died 3 to 4 years ago that he is interested in the first time, played by Annette Bening, who plays a sort of environmental lobbyist. Sorry to keep you waiting.
Mr. President,
Is it all right if I call you Sydney?
Of course. Mr. President.
Have you ever been in the Oval Office?
I've just been on the regular tour. It didn't include...
I hear it's pretty good.
Mr. President, what you saw in there was nothing more than vanity run amok. I was showing off for a colleague who doesn't think very much of me. It would be a real injustice for you to hold the GDC accountable for my behavior today, on top of which I am monumentally sorry for having insulted you like that.
Are you under the impression I'm mad at you?
Well,
Sydney, seldom does a day go by when I'm not burned in effigy.
not by a professional political operative standing 30 feet from the Oval Office.
Now, I'll grant you that.
Mr. President,
Did you know the
let me-
city planners, when they sat down to design Washington, D.C., their intention was to build a city that would intimidate and humble foreign heads of state? It's true.
I didn't know that.
The White House is the single greatest home court advantage in the modern world.
I learned that one the hard way.
Sydney, this bill is important to me.
Yes, sir. I'll convey your message.
But you don't believe me.
The GDC is asking for 20%, sir.
It's not going to pass at 20%. It's a long shot at 10.
How do you know that until you put the full weight of the White House behind it?
Sydney, at 20%, we're 34 votes shy in the House. It can't be done. But I tell you what, I'll make you a deal. If you can get 24 votes, I'll get you the last 10.
24 votes?
If you can swing 24 votes by the State of the Union, I will promise you full White House support.
Do I have your word on that, sir?
Absolutely. Listen, are you hungry? I skipped breakfast. You want to have a donut, coffee or something? When we get to the bottom of the stairs, I've got to do a thing, but you'll be escorted
They
to...
took me through it.
Oh, good.
Do you do this often, sir?
Well, this is actually only our second state dinner. The first one was for the Emperor of Japan, who died shortly after, so we stopped having them for a while just in case.
No, I meant, do you go out on that? Do you often?
Do I date a lot?
Yeah.
No, how about you?
Me? Well, lately I seem to be going out on a lot of first dates.
Well, then you're experienced at this.
Oh, yeah, you can ask me anything.
Well, how are we doing so far?
It's hard to say at this point. So far, it's just your typical first date stuff.
The dogwood is a tree and a flower. I'd like a dozen, please. Really, no dogwoods. How about roses? Simple, classic. 2 dozen?
Janie, I'm the president's senior domestic policy advisor, and it's important I have a full understanding of...
Janie, do you know where my credit cards are?
They're in storage in Wisconsin with the rest of your personal items.
Right. Perhaps it would be better if you bill me for the flowers. I'm sure it'll be all right with your boss. Well, I don't know if you recognize my voice, but this is the president of the United States. Hello? Excuse me.
No, girl, at the game, I'm telling you, Kiki wasn't even there.
Excuse me?
Hold on. I will be right with you.
Hey, I don't know if you're the one that I talked to on the phone. Virginia, Dogwood, President. Does any of this ring a bell? Same girl. She remembered me.
And we'll be back with this week's 2 for 1 offer, so stay with us. Welcome back to Movie Scene. Now, this week's 2 for 1 offer is at these Wallace theatres, the Academy, the Glenelg and Noarlunga, and it's for Ace Ventura: When Nature Calls. It's Australia's #1 movie. All you have to do is produce your Movie Scene card at those cinemas and you'll get 2 tickets for the price of 1 to see Ace Ventura 2 from tomorrow morning until the last session on Friday night. And to close tonight's show, here's some action from Mortal Kombat starring Christopher Lambert, and it starts its Adelaide season on the 26th of December. See you for our last show next week. Till then, ciao.
In each of us, there burns the fury of a warrior. In every generation, a few are chosen to prove it.
One of you 3 will decide the outcome of the tournament.
3 strangers will travel to the mystical realm of Outworld to defend our people against Shang Tsung. You will die. And his forces of darkness. In an ancient tournament. One more victory.
Your soul is mine.
And our world is theirs.
It has begun. You can't run from me, Shang. I don't need to run.